Here we are. I thought my camera wasn't starting for a second. Hello, everyone, or anybody that's on here right now. This is like a fucking random ass time that I'm streaming. If you guys don't know, I used to like stream at a certain time because my work schedule kind of like flip-flopped at this point. So I have like all this free time during my day now, which I don't know how long I'm gonna or how often I'm gonna stream during the daytime. So I think it's like a weird time. I think a lot of people are actually working at this time. So I don't know. We'll see how today goes. I kind of just am on here kind of chilling, and I figured if I was going to come on, I have to catch up on some like events that I missed, like these. I know there was like a BC1 event that happened in New York. There was like this Freestyle is Key event that happened in New York as well, actually. And there was a Second Sunday event that I'm probably not going to watch all the battles, but I at least want to watch some. And I figured, hey, fucking why not come on and do what I usually do. Also, I kind of just wanted to like just get on to kind of like, I feel like I made a video the other day and people are like either taking it the fucking complete opposite direction, or, you know, instead of me typing out comments the entire time, I'd rather just make, I don't know, another video or kind of talk to people like live and see how everything is going. Within the past couple of days, if you guys haven't known either, a lot of conspiracy theories that have been fucking like popping up, and I think it's like we're like on movie level type shit right now where I don't understand how. I mean, I do understand how the conspiracies get that big. I mean, everything that's been going on with breaking in the Olympics, and it's like there's all eyes on like, you know, a single person, which realistically should be on the other people, like the winners of it. It's a lot of eyes are being pushed onto breaking for the wrong reasons, and I feel like I don't know, there's not a lot of people really doing or pushing it the correct way that it should have been pushed. And now I'm not like blaming like the normal audience of like, you know, breakers to like expect what they watch to be dope. When I first started, like, and I wasn't really like, Jonathan, what up, yo? Logic, what up, yo? I didn't really expect, like, I'll give you an example, right? I first started, one of my first videos that I watched was a video called Tribal Circles 1998. And it had people like, people from Rocksteady in it. It had people, you know, like, everybody that was big at the time that was, like, in all the VHS videos, they were in this video, right? And there's a couple people I saw on there. When I first started, I watched and I was like, yo, like, whatever the fuck they're doing, like, I don't understand, like, why people are, like, you know, saying that these, like, how are these guys so popular? Like, it's, like, kid shit, right? Like, to me, it looked like somebody was just, like, laying, like, sitting on the floor, kicking their legs around. What makes this guy so much better than this guy, right? So for me, in my head, I said, like, how hard can breaking be? Like, if this is, like, what the peak is, like, this is the famous people in breaking, this is easy. Viv, what up, yo? So I understand from like the outside perspective of like looking in at breaking, right? Like, obviously it looks like shit that like a toddler is going to do, right? And I'm not even saying like just for like Raygun or anything. Like, other people are doing shit too that you can see it and you're like, yo, like, come on, like my toddler does this, right? So I understand it, right? I think you need to be in the actual scene to really have a good understanding of like the technicality and like the way form is supposed to be in breaking. Yeah, maybe the thing about breaking is like it's easier shit to learn. It's hard to master. It's hard to make your own. It's hard to make look good. To the normal person, to the normal eyes, yeah, a toddler standing on his head is going to look the same as a breaker who's been breaking for 20 years going onto their head, right? I just think I have a little bit more understanding of people viewing this from the outside. My coworkers, my family, you know, like usually the internet is weird. It's exactly what it is. But, you know, I understand like my coworkers or somebody saying like, oh, the kangaroo lady, right? Like, get it. I get it, man. Like 1000%. I mean, even as a b-boy, like in the community, like I get it. Like, am I saying, I don't think, this is another thing. I don't think anybody is really saying, now, if you are pushing that, like she was supposed to be at that Olympic level, just being honest here, right? As a breaker and understanding skills, the tiers that you should be on, Was she on the tier that you should have been on for the Olympics? I'm going to say no. Personal opinion, other people's opinions might matter otherwise. I'm just being honest, and it's not trying to be rude. I'm just being honest, and like that's what it is, you know. For my opinion, I'm just speaking for myself. Other people can think otherwise. I'm just being honest. Do I think she was? And I'll get into this as well. I want to watch this video that was put out today. That these guys who are also dancers, they have a big following. Like they make a lot of good points. Literally the same exact thing that I'm thinking, right? And they have like 2 million followers, so it's obviously to get the word much larger scale going through them. I feel like breaking should have gotten more exposure to the masses beforehand instead of just the beginning of it. And that's another thing. Tokens, what up, yo? And that's another thing is it's hard. Eddie, yo, what up? It's hard to bring a culture, something like breaking, where you know, being original or being yourself is like that's like the key in breaking. Like you don't want to look like anybody else. You want to be original. I think bringing that into the Olympics and having people like really go off on like the way they wanted to show. Now, again, I'm not saying kangaroo hops is dope. It's original, so it's dope. The hard part about making the reason why originality is scored on an equal level to something like a power move or something is because of how hard it is to take something that's original and make it look dope, right? That's why they're on equal grounds. That's why somebody with a dope style and original moves can beat somebody doing like really big power moves. That originality has to equal the amount of something that is fresh. Like it has to be fresh. It can't be original and weird. You can't just go on the ground and start, I don't know, slithering around like a snake, like and just looking like a idiot. Like you can't do it. Like you can do it, but people that are part of the scene are going to understand like, hey, like what are you doing? Like this doesn't even look dope, right? And to the outside, it's going to look even more weird. I get it. Originality is important, but you got to make originality look dope. And making originality look dope is extremely hard, and which is why it can get compared to something like a power move, which is physically extremely hard to do, right? So I understand like that whole aspect of it. Oh, Wacko, what up, yo? You think she rigged the qualifications to get in? No, she didn't. Like, that's another thing I'm going to touch on, right? A couple things I want to talk about. And I'm only going to do this for like, I don't know, like 20, 25 minutes of the stream because I really just don't want to drag this on anymore. I kind of just want to talk about this. I don't know, maybe something else comes up. I'll talk about it more, but as of now, like after today, I kind of just want to like push it to the side. I know it's not going to get pushed to the side because of how big it is right now. Listen, if Jimmy Kimmel is fucking making a skit on it and it's like hitting the internet, like I think it's too late to be like, hey guys, let's try to shove this under the rug. Like it's too late. Like what's done is done. I think the issue, and you know, before I go on even more, when I talk about people sharing this clip, right, the breaking community, I get it. You guys want to show that like she's whack and this is what breaking really is. Eddie, what up, yo? You want to show like, hey, I'm just letting you guys know, the whole world, I want you guys to know this is whack and this isn't really breaking. That's what people are saying they want to like show. They want to clown her and say like this isn't really breaking. I get it. The issue with that is every time you post that up, you push it out to the masses, right? And to the people that don't break, like they don't give a shit how you break. Like if you're posting up and be like, this is how good I am, like I'm so much better than this, like I'm showing you this girl's whack and I'm dope, like this is what real breaking is, like they don't care about how you break. They care about what you're, haha, that's a funny clip, I'm going to share it around. That's it. And at the end of the day, it's a joke, right? It's getting pushed around like a fucking joke. The scene, the more you push the clip around, the more people find out about it, the more the scene looks like a joke. They don't really want to look into it, look at the other competitors. Like, let's be honest. The other competitors are not getting as much recognition as she's getting right now, right? And it's for the joke's sake of the reason. Do I understand why, like I said earlier, like why the public is like viewing it this way? Yeah, I get it, you know? So I'm not like mad at like the public for doing it. It's just, shit's gonna happen. AMS, what up, yo? I just think, and I'm not gonna sit here and be this, I'm also not this like white knight sticking up, like I said earlier, like I don't think the skill level wise was where it was supposed to be. I'm not saying she's the best. What I'm saying is that a lot of eyes are on the breaking community right now, and we're not doing really anything besides making ourselves look like more of a joke by sharing it around. And we just got to watch out what we say at the moment. So, and yeah, the weirders are going to take it and run. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what it is. It's very big viral wise, and people are trying to do a lot of weird shit. Like, dude, the way the conspiracy theories that I was thrown at me, like even at work, I had like one of my coworkers like talk to me about like, oh, did you hear like her husband or boyfriend or whatever? He was a judge, and I was like, dude, get the fuck out. Like, it was like a day after. Like the conspiracy theories were already there, and I get it. Like people want to hype, like kind of try to make something that it's not. In all fairness, I could be completely wrong. I did a lot of research. I did a lot of digging. I did a lot of like listening to other people, information that they found as well. So at the end of the day, there's a possibility of what I'm saying, like to debunk it is wrong, but I'm pretty sure most of the proof is like here, you know, unless I'm missing something. I read her damn academics paper because that's where my curiosity took me. A lot of B-girls get also some of the hate. Yeah. Okay. Another thing, just stuck on a little bit. A PhD in breaking. I'm going to be honest. Don't think you need a PhD in breaking. I don't understand. I think if that was offered over here in the States, I would go out to be a breaking PhD teacher. I would like to teach it because if all I got to do is like talk about breaking, then fucking sick, bro. But I don't even understand like what it is. Like I would like to kind of like get a gist of like what the fuck a PhD in breaking is. I did, again, like I watched a bunch of clips, and I feel like also there's a lot of clips out there that are speaking just misinformation, and the way that they were speaking about it, like I can't trust them, right? They're not part of the breaking community. It's just, it is what it is. So happy you're streaming about this. I think it's fucked up how they are blaming breaking not being in the Olympics due to... Yeah, that's another thing I'm going to get onto. My girlfriend thought that she was the one who got it canceled. No. I think worse yet is that this does so fucking much harm for the efforts made by the folks in the breaking and the academic. Yeah, and you know what, dude? Why not is somebody who, like... I don't know if he teaches breaking, but he teaches music and, like, maybe dance, like... Which is like hip-hop is like part of it. And I know that dude is like on another level with that, right? I also got a conspiracy theory. A lot of people whose sports are not in the Olympics are using this as propaganda and spread it even more. So many people were mad at when breaking got added. I know, yeah. I mean, that's... The people thriving right now are the ones that were like, when Olympics was announced, they were all like, how the fuck is this being in the Olympics and everything? And guys, again, I'm gonna this is like, I know it's against like being positive and everything, but I just don't think breaking fits in the Olympics. Like, I watched it. I still don't think it fits into the Olympics. I think the athleticism, like everything, like being an athlete, you know, the physical features of breaking, yeah, I agree. You know what I mean? But I just think where we're at, or just what breaking is as a whole, I just don't think it fits. It's just personal opinion. I don't think, again, like the host of the event, it's, again, I think we had the Olympics to take an opportunity to kind of show like how we can be a little bit more professional or how we can be respected. And instead of that, we had like, you know, this event where like the first like 3 seconds, I like click on, you know, the video to start watching it. I got two random, if I didn't know what MCs were, two random dudes with like, you know, hip hop gold chain on in the middle of the stage, like acting like just like court gestures, like shaking their legs, going, oh, right. How am I not supposed to look at that like a joke or goofy, right? And my whole thing was for breaking being in the Olympics was, let's get out of that goofy phase, right? Let's get out of that and show people like how like serious people can be in breaking. Instead, it's like, yo, we took it. I get why, is because there's no winning with the community and putting breaking in the Olympics. You take that out, you make it more professional. People start to complain about why we didn't make this more like for the breaking community? Why do we take the host out? Why is it not an actual circle of a stage, right? People are going to be upset. No matter what, people were going to be upset. I think it was a lose-lose situation at the end of the day. I just think it would have been a better route if we kind of tried to get away from the goofiness, and to me, it was still kind of there. Sorry, I'm catching up on everybody's Midas, why not, Brave Monk, etc. shit. It's leaking into hip hop, black studies, academia overall. Do you think skateboarding fits? Honestly, I don't really feel like skateboarding fits that well, but I do see, like, again, like, I grew up, like, my brother, like, my older brother has been skating since I was a fucking baby. Like, so, like, I personally, seeing from where skating began, I get it in a sport aspect, but again, like, it's almost the same as I feel the same way about breaking. It to me, it looks like it doesn't fit, you know, but I get it. I understand, like, why it can be in it. My style and moves would be heard people clowning Ronnie and Kid David. Oh, really? See, I didn't hear any of that. I didn't hear any clowning. I think because there's so much noise coming from Raygun that I didn't hear any of that. She dances like she got a PhD in breaking. She understands breaking by her skill level. No, I get it. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Either way, just pop by for a quick spell. Thank you for chatting about this and providing some analysis on Dom. Hope to catch you soon. All right, AMS. Thanks for stopping by, bro. I appreciate you. But anyways, some of the shit that I want to kind of, like, just squash real quick that I see, like, being floated around. I do want to... Rubix, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, couple things real quick, right? I'm going to try to just get this done quick, and then I want to watch this video because I saw that these guys talked about it. They're dancers. They have a big following, and I think they had a lot of good points that I didn't watch the full thing. It's 15 minutes, but I do want to hear it, and it sounded like a lot of what they had to say is, like, fucking spot on. So, all right, first thing. It not coming back to the 2028 Olympics, right? It's because of her, right? I just watched a video yesterday that was two stupid idiots, like, going on about, like, how she is, like, against men, and, like, you know, they brought up, like, oh, it's already not in the 2028 Olympics, and the fucking dude next to her is like, it's because of her. It's definitely because of her. It's gotta be. Like, obviously, you idiots don't do your research before you make some, like, dumbass video. Just to point out. Let me see. I just got some stuff up here that I'm gonna... So, let me switch views. Just to get this off. And I ain't got no music on right now either, so... I figured I'm gonna be watching some shit anyway, so I might as well keep the music off. Alright, so just to clarify this, Raygun is not the reason it's not returning in the 2028 Olympics, so anybody fucking saying that, just please do some research before you start, like, spreading it around. Actually, we can see right here in October of 2023, the World Dance Sports Federation released a statement after it was announced breaking would not be included in the 2028 Olympics. This shit was known for last year. We've all known about it since last year. So obviously people coming into this community and, you know, trying to spin a narrative that obviously is not there, you know, just to make, you know, some dumbass, you know, try to get some dumbass clout on social media. It's Raygun's redemption arc for 2032. Dude, I don't think it's coming to 2032 either after this shit. But that's one of the conspiracy theories is like, oh, Raygun is the reason why it's not. Nope. Squash that. It's not the reason. Second one. Raygun's husband or boyfriend being, I don't know if his husband or boyfriend, being a judge for the qualifier, or like fucking any of, I don't even know if it's any of her qualifiers, but the main qualifier for the Olympics, like him being a judge for her, completely false. If you're hearing about that, and there's the thing is there's, I don't know, it's so easy to research. They have all like scores and like information. So I'll show you guys this shit too. Where's that? I got a lot of tabs open because I'm doing some digging today. All right, so let me show you this first. All right, so boyfriend, husband, whatever his name is, Samuel Free, right? That's the partner. That's her coach. That's her training buddy. That's what it is, right? So for that event, see, we can see up here the following people, the officials of WDSF Continental Championship Breaking 1vs1 B Girls Adult, taking place in Sydney, Australia, 27th through 28th, October 23rd. His name is not on here, okay? Just to get it clear. Actually, no person from Australia is here. I think they would not be that dumb to put an Australian person to be judging their own country. Exactly. He's a coach. He's not a judge. That's exactly what it is. So for people to spin the narrative of saying, oh, he's the judge, he got her in, this is corruption, like, no, fucking false. Like, the information's right here. You can go back and research it. I think the main reason why breaking won't be in the 2028 Olympics is because LA hosts are haters. I don't know. Also, I think LA is just kind of, I heard any country, like, nobody really wants the Olympics because of how much money it costs to have it there. I thought he was the president of the committee. So there's another one. So the other theory is her and him are the founders of the Australian Breaking Association, right? That's the main committee that I guess is like kind of like was in charge of them ocean, whatever, the continental qualifiers. So I went on Reddit and I saw somebody like linked up a bunch of shit. Let's see. So if you guys see up here, Australian Breaking Association Incorporated, these are your people that are responsible. And no, her name and his name is not on here. So none of these guys, and also there's documents from when this first started in 2019. None of their names are on there. So that being they were a governing body of breaking that was like in charge of, also bullshit. So I could be wrong. This is all the information that other people have like dug up. It's as of now, it's bullshit. Unless somebody can prove it otherwise, they're not co-founders of it. They're like, I mean, their names have nothing to do with this at all. I don't know if there's like a actual. Oh, well, also there's another association too that people were talking about. This breaking. It's a whole nother like kind of like organization thing. That is also in Australia. Again, names nowhere on here. So it's just people wanting to spin a narrative that is just kind of just bullshit unless people can prove me otherwise. I found no information on any of them being tied to owning anything or governing anything. Now, I do know that the qualifications to like be in that Australian qualifier, it was a lot of like extra little work you had to do from what I understand, which might have limited the amount of people going into this. Also, there's another thing going around that I can't clarify. I can clarify to be a judge, right? So in what year was it? It was probably like 2019 when like all of breaking was like, it was announced the Olympics and WDSF started the, hey, if you want to be a judge, come apply for it, right? So from what I was told, because I got, I offered to be a judge, they told me like, yeah, you're good to go. You got to pay $80 and you got to take a class, right, to learn the system. Doing calling forward, who was a judge, just broke all this down. What do you mean? Broke what down? But yeah, so they charged me $80 to learn. Do you guys know if they charge you $80 just to compete? Is it also to compete? Like just to sign up to compete, you also have to pay $80 for that shit too? Because if you do, that's a little ridiculous. I didn't even know about that. I don't know enough about WDSF because I was never really that interested in the Olympic bullshit. But I thought it was president. I think a lot of breakers in general didn't participate because they could be drug tested. I guess so. But I mean, I can see it. Yeah, because you could be drug tested. And I don't know that. I mean, that might have had something to do with it too. I've been spreading misinformation. Token, are you serious? You're one of these people? You fucking. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I mean, with not enough digging into it, you're gonna especially b-boys are also spreading the information around. So I can see why it's kind of getting confused. But if you do enough research, like I literally just showed you guys proof of like them not owning anything, them not being a part of anything. Maybe they are friends with somebody or a part of it. So there is, but that's all of Breaking. Like we can talk about WDSF and all their committee. Like everyone has friends like throughout the circles. You know what I mean? Everybody is cool, or at least like friendships like throughout, like linking through Breaking. Breaking is like, it's big, but it's also small. Like everybody knows everybody in the Breaking community. So like we can talk about like people owning or like people being friends, but like at the end of the day, like nothing is different than the way it's always been. It's always been kind of like corrupt in a little way. And I'm not saying like Olympics corrupt, because like this is kind of like another level of corrupt. The Berlin team, not Germany. I had to pay to train for them. What do you mean train for them? So from what I've heard, they just had one event in Australia that decided who represented their country. Okay. Yeah, and I think this is the issue. No. Normally, if you were nominated your national federation, you didn't need to pay for entry, even for the big ones. Okay. So if you were nominated by your country to enter, you didn't have to pay. But if you weren't nominated, you had to like pay to kind of like get into it. Is that what it was? Double. What's up, by the way? But I do know the USA, they have multiple events. Yeah. So, sorry doing this from my phone and hurt at the moment. No, it's all good, dude. So I think Raygun's not the issue. I don't think Raygun's the issue where a lot of people are making it out to be. I think her getting into the Olympics is the issue, right? That's the issue. It's not her. Like if she was just dancing normally, she's been dancing normally for years. Nobody's ever said shit, right? Nobody's ever said shit. The issue is she made it to the Olympics and she did what she did, right? That's the main issue here. People, if she would have never made the Olympics, she would have never been talked about by the Breaking community. Besides, like, hey, she won. But because she made it to the Olympics, people are like, how did she make it to the Olympics? That comes down to the process of how she actually made it there. If we want to go through, actually, and see in Breaking, so this is for WDSF, right? The qualification pathway to get into the Olympics, right? We can see here continental qualifiers, right? There was an Africa one, which involved, this location, the Europe, the Asia, the Americas, and the Oceania, right? Like this is the Sydney one, okay? This is the one that she did. So I think this is the issue of where, like, I don't know if this, my fucking mouse. I don't know if who made this. Oh, she only had one event. Yeah, and they only had the one event. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the issue here is we limit one event to just straight to the Olympics. When the whole entire season, like, people were competing in jam after jam after jam just to make it into the Olympics, right? Just to earn a spot. Like, people were watching jam after jam after jam to see, oh, this guy, he has this many points. Oh, okay, this guy's going to the next jam. Like, if he wins, he's finally going to earn a spot into the Olympics, right? When Australia just had that single jam, there was no check marks, or not check, like checkpoints. It wasn't like all right, you've won this event, now let's put you up into the tier list that you should be competing in with the other people that are like up to the standard of competing in the Olympics. That never happened. It was just one straight event, straight to the Olympics, right? That's all it was, and I think that is the main issue of what is happening here. Am I saying it's not fair? Like, in her regards, like, she won the event, she got to the qualifier. That's it. You watch the battle, and I don't know if I remember watching the full thing, but I do remember, like, it wasn't that, like, she didn't get smoked in the final battle. Like, I'm pretty sure I thought she kind of took it by a little bit in the final battle. I don't know. I don't remember. So it was like a while ago, but, she did it the way that it was pushed out to be, right? Like, that's how it was supposed to be. They should have made a system where a b-boy, b-girl, minimum ranking in the world rankings. Yep, I agree with that too. Like, it could have, avoided this whole entire situation, right? Again, like, it's not about her, it's about her being there is the main issue. I think for at least the breaking community, that's what the issue should have been. Instead, hey, if it wasn't her, it was going to be somebody else, just being honest. Like, I think what made it worse was adding in, like, you know, the kangaroo and whatnot. But, again, I think, like, adding in, like, the mindset was there for breaking, right? Be original, be yourself, take inspiration from other shit, right? I just think that is so hard to portray to the world on the outside of breaking, of like, this is what breaking is about. And when you try to do something original and it's not good, it's just not good, and it's gonna probably be laughed at, which is exactly what happened. Okay, outside of that, what other conspiracy theories that I have? So, not coming back in 2028, that's false. Husband was a judge, that's false. Made her own governing body to get... No, that's false. The way she made it, we just talked about, she won the qualifier, but there's only one qualifier to make it to the Olympics, so that's, I think, the main issue. It boils down to that. Is she made it to the Olympics winning one jam without any, like, sort of way of testing her against the skill level that it should have been. Done and done, right? Cool. Which then goes back to last thing I want to talk about, and this isn't a conspiracy theory or some shit. This is about the judging system, right? So I talked about the judging system a couple days before. I promise you, I'm not going to say score, because apparently it's not a score, it's a weight, and I was wrong about it. Or I think I don't know. I'm pretty sure I was right about it, but my terminology is apparently wrong. Either way, a lot of people have an issue with the judging system, which is what, you know, I said to begin with. It's very hard to put breaking into a category as a sport and kind of judge it and try to be as unbiased as you can be. I said it from the get-go, like, this was going to be the biggest issue. People are not going to understand when somebody like Hero 10 lost against Victor. Like, as a b-boy, you can kind of understand it, or you can at least, like, have an understanding of why it went towards Victor. People on the outside booing the shit out of Victor because they don't understand about what's really happening. Now, I'm not taking anything away from Hero. I think Hero fucking ripped it. To be honest, I don't know if I remember, but maybe he took it. You know, I don't know. I'm just saying it wasn't like a blowout battle, but I do understand where judges can come from, right? It's just, it is what it is. Wish they had some Korean B-girls. Oh, yeah. Was there no Korean B-girls in there? Yeah, you're right. I didn't even notice that until you just said something. But outside of that, yeah, the judging system is just, and I'm still seeing it today. Like, people are still commenting on the video that I posted up about, this is how the judging is going to work. Not everybody's about it. Not everybody understands it. Even if I tell you, hey, this is what musicality means, does that mean that you yourself are going to think that that person beat, like got the same music, like, or thought they won, like, okay, the fucking weight went in their direction for musicality? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's for me, it's hard. You can go back and look at the judges' scores. Some people are weighted more in originality from another way, right? And at the end of the day, it's, you know, the majority of judges, what are they giving, you know, the weight towards of certain, which makes me just wonder, like, are all the judges even on the same brain wavelength of judging a competition, right? You can go through and look at all the scores. Like, the scores are, like, all over the place with all the judges. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's breaking. Like, that's what it is. Everybody is going to have their own opinion in certain situations. Is it the most fair way to do judging? Probably, if I'm going to be honest. Like, if I'm at a fucking jam and I see somebody battling, you know, somebody that doesn't have any power, but they're fucking ripping it, just like energy-wise, like musicality-wise, like they're not doing any power, like, but somebody comes out and they rip out like some crazy power combo, like, probably I could just say, hey, fuck everything the power combo guy just did, and like just focus on like the music. It's all, to me, any judge can be biased in any situation of it. I think this approach kind of lessens that field and kind of puts a structure to like what competition breaking is focused towards. That's what I'm saying. So it's hard to say like the judging system is broke, but at the same time, I don't think you can make a perfect judging system for breaking. I hope she uses her newfound fame to educate everyone. She's at 125 now? That's fucking wild. She was at like 40. She was at like 40K when the day after, and she's at 125 now, which is kind of funny, right? Because everybody's like making fun of her, but then at the same time, everybody's like following her. First breaking event I seen with no tied rounds. Yeah, which is good. I mean, no tied rounds suck. Still, for me, the system is imbalanced because 5 criteria, 3 physical, 2 artistic criteria. I got a problem with that. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. But again, we can like tell that to the judging, the people who made the judging system, and I already know I'm gonna get shot down. They're gonna tell me like, nope, doesn't work like that. It's not done by category or like the amount of categories you win. It's a weighted system, and that's where I'm apparently wrong. Like, that's what I'm being like. Anytime I talk about the judging system, apparently I'm fucking wrong. So I don't understand it. Probably most of the fucking breaking community doesn't understand it. And then when I get told like, hey, you can go read how it's done. It's like a fucking encyclopedia. It's like a fucking novel of information to get just to understand it. And then like I'm supposed to like people aren't supposed to get frustrated at people for not understanding. Like I don't understand it, obviously. I read it. I read the novel. I watched videos on it, and apparently I'm still not understanding what the fuck it is. So, I don't know, man. It's all over the place. They switched the judging system last moment. Wait. So what was the one before it then? So, dude, man, this is so whack. Because I didn't even know they, like, switched the systems up. System originally created by Storm and Renegade, the Olympics actually changed. So... fucking stupid. All right, let's watch this video while we can talk on the side. But I do want to watch this video. These guys had a good amount of points. Excuse the first like frame because that's what they have. It's the first like video of it.
Raygun and the breakdancing controversy. If you guys weren't aware, breakdancing was introduced at this year's 2024 Olympics, and it's created quite a lot of controversy as being one of the events for the closing ceremonies and one of the ones that was going to close out the whole of the Olympics. Now, we are both dancers. I've been in street dance for a long time. Preach even longer than me. Preach has been hosting, battling, performing,
DJing.
There you go. I've been doing a lot of similar stuff.
Which is sick because like these guys have a 2.1 or 2.14 million followers. So, I mean, these guys know what they're talking about, you know? So, I would say I would rather listen to somebody like this than fucking some people from the media just trying to spin narratives.
I was following a lot of the qualifiers for the Olympics, so I was curious to see how this was going to go. Why don't we just start with the beginning? Raygun, okay? She went viral because, let's just be straightforward with it, her shit was trash, okay?
See? They know it too. Nobody's saying anything out. Like, nobody's saying she was, like, the best, right? I think this is where a lot of people get, like, kind of confused, where, like, they think people are sticking up for her in a sense of, like, people are saying she's amazing. Now, if you are going out there and saying she's amazing, you might be kind of sugarcoating stuff. Oh, my God, I can't stand these. Oh, you don't like these guys?
By Olympic standards.
Wait, do you know these guys, Wacko? Guys, once again, go listen to Dizzy's last podcast. You'll find your answers. For what? Find our answers for what? I'm curious about that.
It was trash. I think that's a very fair statement. Everyone would agree, no matter how much you want to defend her, how much you may not deserve all the flack she's getting, by Olympic standards, what she did was trash.
100%
By
agree.
the dancing standard, still trash. For the contemporary side of things, it was exquisite. Because she was thinking outside the box. But the thing is, whenever you learn to dance or you have any kind of things like that, that there's rules. You have to learn the rules first before you break them. She just broke them.
Yeah.
There was nothing learned within those rules. It's just like whenever you're doing accounting. You have to learn the rules in order to be able to save some money. If you don't...
I mean, I can say, like, yeah, she is kind of, like, going against the rules by not understanding that if you're doing something original, you need to make it look fresh, too.
Don't learn them rules and you save some money, you're going to do something illegal.
You're going to jail. That's what he's trying to say. You're going to jail. That's not creative accounting. That's illegal accounting.
It's illegal. There's a lot of people that was talking about, oh, there's a lot of bullying, I don't believe that what we're doing is bullying. It's because in the essence of dancing itself and of that dance itself,
I think if we're talking about the dance itself, it's not, I mean, dude, people talk shit on breakers all the time. You know, we all talk shit on each other all the time. I think bullying, though, hearing that her family's getting, like to the point where her family's getting death threats from people, that's too far. I don't know if, you know, I think dancers can, you know, talk about style. It's whatever. It is the dogpile mentality where, like, everybody's just dogpiling on her right now about it. Which sucks, but a dancer is a dancer. Guys, we talk shit on each other all the time. Now, when you are going to the next step above it, that's a little bit much. Just one question. I'm interested because I think nowadays breakers can repeat a lot. Double, that's another thing. Like, repetition, for me personally, it's like kind of a reason why I get out of, it's why I'm not interested in competitions that much anymore, is because of the amount of repeating that is technically allowed. I don't know if that's part of I think that's part of vocabulary, maybe, because if you're repeating, you don't have vocabulary left, you know, or like something in your arsenal. I'm not sure. I can't be quoted on that because I'm not positive, but repetition, to me, you should never oh god, my camera's like going all over the place. Sorry, I don't know why. I have a self moving camera, which is why it probably like just backed up. But yeah, it's the competition scene today is like, I think they allow more repeating going on. So, yeah, for me, I'm not about it. I don't know how judges really score that nowadays. I think it's a little weird, so I don't know. But I do agree with you. I think repetition in the scene right now is an issue, and I don't think people are really saying anything about it. I mean, I say something about it anytime I see it, but I don't know. I think it's definitely more lenient today. It matters unless you have brain-deaded judges. Yeah, that's true. Watching on Twitch, then refresh the YouTube page, and this video pops up with suggested videos. Huh. That's what I've been doing going to Japan and Korea. Okay, let's get back to this.
Oh, hip-hop, the first hip-hop dance, B-boy. You have to keep it real, and you have to be in people. You have to you call a duck a duck.
Okay, so if we're keeping it real, she didn't do anything wrong. If I'm being very real with you, she showed up to the qualifier. She won the qualifier. She gets to go to the Olympics.
She fell through the cracks. The problem is
how I mean, they're right.
The qualifier was won. But I think you're right.
This is the fucked up thing. This kind of exposes the corruption of the Olympic process, at least when it comes to this category specifically. If it's not corruption, then it's just sheer incompetence. But
I think it's
essentially what happened was different regions have qualifiers, okay? There might have been one for Canada, one for US, one for Eastern, Western Europe, one for Asia, okay. There was one for Oceania, which she's from Australia, so part of that area. And Australia, however they did it, whether or not they paid, essentially they did an Oceania qualifier, but they kind of closed it off. So basically it was just B-girls and B-boys from Australia. So that's already weird enough as it is. After that, the process to be able to participate in the quads was extra complicated. First, you needed 100% citizenship, so permanent residence was not allowed. Then you needed letters and accreditation, I believe, from like 3 different organizations.
See, if you needed all of this is a little bit much. I think as a breaker, if I needed to do all this shit for the Olympics, I wouldn't even waste my fucking time, which would limit the talent pool down, right? Question should be, can you repeat moves from qualifiers? I think you can. A competition is a competition. That would be impossible. I don't think anybody has enough in their arsenal to go through the beginning of a qualifier all the way up to the actual final event.
Of sorts. It was like...
I did the same thing 3 years ago. For what?
I don't want you to quote me exactly on this, but the process was still convoluted to be able to even participate.
This is very contemporary work. It sounds like that, and it looks like that.
Now, with that in mind, people are making fake news about her husband being the judge letting her through. No, I watched the footage. I watched her final battle, okay? She did beat the girl in the finals, but the problem isn't the fact that she beat the girl with some corruption. The problem is just the quality of B-girls in Australia is not that good. Just the feel...
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Is not that good. They should have never had an exclusive qualifier for one country when they don't have enough people to even compete and raise the level that high. That's
exactly what it is.
It was a meritocracy, but the problem is the meritocracy was limited
Some
to
of the judges shouldn't be judging.
So what happened was
I'll be honest with you, I only knew like 3 of the judges. So like and this is, dude, I've been in the fucking community, the scene for like fucking over 20. So it'll be like my 25th year in the community. I knew like 3 of the judges. That's it. Like I don't know, maybe it's my bad of not doing research, but like I know a lot of fucking breakers. I know a lot of fucking history on breaking. And like I don't know. Okay, maybe I knew like 4 of the judges. But majority of breakers like didn't know these judges. You know, they knew Moy, they knew Intact. We know I knew Virus from Korea because like when I was growing up, like Virus from Korea was like, you know, Expressions. I think it was Expressions or TIP. But like I'm just curious on like what was the reasoning of picking the judge. I don't know. Maybe they explained it somewhere. And you know, I'm also curious on like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Like if you have a reason for it, fucking cool. But like I don't know. Like I think everybody was expecting like, you know, people should be judging with a reputable reputation in breaking. Does it mean they're good judges? No. Did they want to have it? Like, I know Kenny wanted nothing to do with the fucking Olympics. I'm assuming, like, especially from his like Instagram post, passport, social security, proof of citizenship. Yeah, I mean, if you needed that for the no breaking competition has ever done that. I get it's for the Olympics. Maybe you did need it for that, but that's a lot of work. I don't know if I'm going to do that. A lot of folks didn't want to train to be a judge, though. That's true, but a lot of folks, you know, okay, let's be honest. I paid to, like, be a judge, right? And then, like, once it came down to me going to take the first class, I think it was, by the time I paid to be a judge, to the time that the first class was about to happen, my ideals of breaking and where they wanted to take breaking with the Olympics didn't meet. So I didn't go to the classes, right? But if I was like, and also I would have to stop competing technically too, and that's something else I kind of decided within that time I didn't want to do. But like, I don't know if there was like a certain qualification to be a judge. Like, is it just like them being like, yeah, you're good? like can like the guy down the street from me go up and do it? Like, I mean, obviously not, but I'm just curious on like what the qualifications were for that too.
The product you got was trash.
It's like saying that the standard for 100 meters is under 10 seconds.
Yeah, different from
and you have
TIP
a country
well.
that all the contestants run in 15. I mean, technically, yes, they were faster than everybody else.
Yeah, you had to pay to be a judge, $80.
When the standard is under 10.
Right. And there are instances of this.
Did you see Renegade's post recently? He was one of the first people to support the Olympics, and since he didn't make the cut, he's against... Dude, are you serious? Because he's one of the dudes who was like, yo, you either get on board or get off of the train, bro, because, like, we're making it. We're going places. If you don't, like, you guys don't understand how big of a positive thing this is going to be for breaking. You don't understand, like, all the, you know, opportunities that we're going to get from breaking. And if he's doing that, it's kind of weird.
Happening. But in a lot of sports, they generally
I'm very
have
curious.
ways to
I'm
cut
gonna go
the fat
look at his stuff
before getting to the finals or getting to the bigger stage. In breaking, unfortunately, they just didn't have that set up. She should have never passed. And look, once they did the pre-selection, she got weeded out right away. She just should have never been on the Olympic stage, in my opinion. That girl from the refugee team, she was trash too. I don't care what her message was. She should have never been on that stage. That girl...
Listen, I'm not trying to dog on anybody or anything. I am 1,000% agreeing with that. Like, let's be honest here. Like we can say Raygun was bad and everything, and I'm not taking away from the message from, you know, from the B girl, from the other B girl. I'm not taking away the message that she was you know, I'm not against any of that shit. I'm saying skill level wise, there is no reason India had to battle her. Like, what's the story behind that, by the way? Because it wasn't even part of the event, right? Like, what was it for? Was it for, like what was it? Like, what exactly was that for? I'm very curious on it. Was it she was there because also like they had one qualifier for her area, and that's why. Because if nobody's fucking talking about her, like that's another issue with the breaking community. Everyone's getting on Raygun, but nobody's getting on her. I don't know if people that questions the other reason of like, did everybody even watch all of the Olympics, or are we just fucking looking at Raygun and that's it? Normally, I should have been for judges before applying for judges. You should have judged like 15 international competitions and 16. Yeah. I agree. You have to have some like kind of qualifications for it. I got the story for you, bro. Yeah, please tell me. Tosh was part of the refugee team. What is that? Like, is there like a? Oh! You're saying like for? Okay. I get it. Like I said, nothing against the messages or anything. Skill level wise, it just, you know, if people are going to talk about people being at the Olympics, like, it just wasn't there.
Was worse than Raygun, and nobody paid her any mind. She was dog water. I don't care if her free the Afghan. I don't care about none of that. She shouldn't have been on that stage. I wanted to see somebody dancing at a high level, somebody doing athletic things at a high level. She just came there for a message to do a 6-step. That shit was garbage. Okay? With all that being said.
Now, if there's a certain reason why she's there, that's another thing. I don't think a lot of people understand why she was actually there. So that is tricky water.
Said. What are your thoughts on Raygun and this whole thing? If anything else.
I was astonished.
I thought it was like she won a qualifier and then she got to the Olympics, and then like India and her were battling out for like, you know how like breaking gyms usually do, like you battle out for like the last spot or something. So that was my thought process.
About what I saw, the performance, when I saw it, she fell through the cracks. She really did. I believe that when you say that, oh well, you know what, she did nothing wrong. I'm not sure about that.
Okay. I
don't know about that. I think she knew, when you know exactly what you're doing and you're conscious of your level. You're not at the level, and that's something that she said herself, that she was not gonna beat nobody. She just went to do. You know damn well you shouldn't have been there.
Wait, you think that even though she won the qualifier, she should have abstained from going?
She knew she was not gonna beat them. She knew.
So let me ask you, do you think that if somebody is knowing that they're not going to win a competition, they shouldn't participate?
That's not even that I'm talking about. I'm talking about your level. You know about your level is trash. I'm not saying like I don't have chances to win.
And I think this is the next issue that we have, right? People keep saying, like, she knows how bad she was. She knows how bad she was. She wasn't going to win. Like, what makes you think that, okay, put yourself in her shoes, right? So they have an Olympic qualifier for your country, right? That you go and you compete for, okay? And you're like, yo, if I win, I'm fucking going to the goddamn Olympics. This is gonna be fucking sweet. You're in the community. You know everybody already in the running for this Olympics. You know for a fact that you're gonna go and compete. And if you win, you're not gonna go and enter and be like, I won my spot. Guys, I suck. I don't want to go. Like, what the fuck would even be the reason of you competing or paying like $80 or going through all this bullshit to sign up? Like it's not as easy as like going and competing and then being like, I suck. I just wanted to compete, you know? Like, fuck it. People are just looking at memes. People didn't watch it. All of a sudden, Genius saw, yeah, it's just so weird, like dealing with stubborn old head. Yep, no, that's true. Even Renegade told her not to do it. Last minute, the Olympic Committee decided to put someone from the refugee team into the B girls just out of nowhere. So that's what happened? Like, the Olympics was just like, all right, you're in the B girl category. That's crazy. That's crazy to just like throw somebody in there like that. I mean, it's nice. It's a nice gesture of the Olympic Committee to do it, but you know, if people are complaining so much about Raygun, like India already qualified way back. She was the first one actually. That's also the reason why she didn't compete at the other qualifiers. They didn't do a qualifier. Okay. That's crazy, dude.
win, but you're still within the realm of competition. You're still within the realm of competing with someone. She wasn't. I'm not saying that. I'm probably not gonna win, but I should have saved myself. But you still run under 10. She ran 15 seconds.
Okay.
So knowing that you're not even close, that you don't have a top rock, you don't have floor work, there's a lot of things you don't have.
Well, that's
and
not
you
what
don't
she
even
said.
you don't even have musicality on top of that. That's me from outside saying like, yo, you know what? Nah, you're not the one. You are not the one. I'm sorry, you're not the one. There's some. You go ahead.
I disagree with you.
All right, so I'm saying this. If I knew I was out of my league, I wouldn't have competed. That's it. I just wouldn't have competed. But you can't convince, you can't make an equal opportunity for somebody. I don't know. It's hard for me to explain this. If I knew in my head I wasn't good enough to compete, I wouldn't compete. Well, if I knew in my head, okay, I'm not good enough to compete, but I'm going to compete anyways, it doesn't solve anything. Let's keep going.
That 100%. I think competitors, if you want to compete at the highest level, even if you know you're going to get blown out, you go there and you give it your best. It is what it is. If you work hard and that's what you got and you won and you earned your spot, that's not for me to tell you don't take that shot. There's so many teams I watch get blown out by 64 in college football, things like that. I would not tell them to not show up to the game because they know they're going to get murked by this other team. That's just not the way I would ever see competition. That's how you would see it. You know you're going to get beat down, so you don't show up?
No, it's not. It's not even that. It's that you're still in your... It's still in your division. So you still compete with other people. There's other people that are better than others. It is not even a blowout. It was, you didn't score a single point.
Okay, everybody in chat right now. Let me know this, all right? You have a jam coming up. It's a qualifier jam for the Olympics, right? Do you think personally... No. I'm not even saying you think personally. Do you enter it? Yes or no? Qualifier jam. Just a jam that comes through your neighborhood. Qualifier jam for the Olympics. You have the opportunity to compete in the Olympics. Are you going? Yes or no? That's what I want to know right now. Because if you guys are going to say no, just because it's a qualifier jam for the... Okay. And also, you don't have to pay anything. There's no paying. Nothing paying. Yes, one-shot opportunity. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Yes. You're going to take the shot to go and do it. Now, maybe some of you have the brains to be free entry, fuck it, we ball. Yo, but seriously, you have the opportunity to make Olympics. Some of you guys are you know what? I know where I'm at. I'm not going to take the opportunity. I don't want to go to the Olympics and get embarrassed. But you have the opportunity to go to the Olympics, right? And represent your country. Maybe your country... is not the best, but you're the best of your country, and you're I'm going to rep my country to the fullest, whether I fucking suck or not. I don't know. I feel like majority of people are going to take that opportunity, right? Now, to take the opportunity, get the opportunity, you're not going to turn it down. You're not going to listen to somebody saying, you know what, you're nowhere near this skill level, you should probably back that. First of all, if you're telling somebody that, I don't know. I don't think you have the right to be telling people, you shouldn't do this, you're way out of your league. Depends on the organizer, but her ego is going to say yes. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Not only that, but that's your scene, right? And if you feel let's be honest, the Olympics is a representation of your country, and if you feel like you are the best for your country to go represent for yourself in your own head, you're gonna go and do it. This happens all the time with anything else. Yeah. Yo, there's a fucking, I don't know if it was Venezuela, it was something towards the Winter Olympics. They sent a guy out there that literally never has seen an ounce of snow in his entire life, and they sent him to the Winter Olympics. Fucking sent him out on skis, broke his back, it happens. I mean, I think people are just upset that someone again, it goes back to her making it to the Olympics is the main thing. If you have a chance to make history, not just Olympics, in my mind, almost the same. Some people who go, dude, fucking thank you. Y'all will go out and compete at Rebel BC1. I watch noobs compete. Like, people that just started like 3 weeks ago go compete in the Cypher. Do you really think you're going to go up against like the biggest competition like in the world? Like, and then you're going to say like, oh, I want to take the opportunity for the Olympics because, you know, I win all these battles, but I can't, you know, I don't want to, like, that's, no, that's a little bit of a ridiculousness. I am the history. All right.
And you had no chance
I know
of
there
scoring
are
any
people
points.
who deserve the spot. But do they deserve it if you beat them?
You made it that if someone in your how fucked up it is that whenever you win and the number of judges that vote for you, you get those points.
There's 9 judges.
9 judges.
So
2 rounds.
Exactly.
So 2 rounds, 9. So every judge is going to vote twice. So they can give their 1 point to somebody each round. So that means out of 8.
Whoa. Eddie the Eagle was a guy who specifically chose to ski jump to go to the Olympics since no one in England does it. See, like, people are going to take that fucking opportunity, man.
18, she was getting 0. So I just wanted to clarify for you.
Eddie the Eagle is a fucking sweet ass name, by the way.
So, exactly. So what you're making, so there's different divisions, right? You have A, B, C, D. She's in one. Everybody from that division, even if they're not as good as the other, they get propped up because she becomes a cheat code. If I dance against you, I'm gonna get automatical 18 points. So I'm fucking up the rest of the competition. It makes it not fair to the others just by me entering, by me being there, by me not being up to part of the competition. I give 18-point automatical to the other person. And that makes it that they can advance on top of other people when they're not as good. It's not even for you, but for everybody in your division, you're fucking up the whole competition. How fucked up it is that whenever you win and the number of judges that vote for you, you get those points.
There's 9 judges.
9 judges.
Okay. So
2 rounds.
So 2 rounds, 9. So every judge is going to vote twice. So they can give their 1 point to somebody each round. So that means out of 18, she was getting 0. So I just wanted to clarify for you.
Yes, exactly. So what you're making, so there's different divisions, right? You have A, B, C, D. She's in one. Everybody from that division, even if they're not as good as the other, they get propped up because she becomes a cheat code. If I dance against you, I'm gonna get automatical 18 points. So I'm fucking up the rest of the competition. It makes it not fair to the others just by me entering, by me being.
Yeah, to be real, I went back and looked at the actual like scores of like all the B girls, and the Morocco chick just by 2 points made it almost as bad as Raygun was. Because Raygun literally got no points, like, in her battles. I think she did 3 battles. Not 1 point was given to her. Morocco, almost the same thing, but she got 2 points somewhere. That was it.
Being there. By me not being up to part of the competition, I give 18 points.
Bro should be talking about the refugee girl gassing India out if he really wants to talk about messing up the competition as well.
Point automatical to the other
yeah,
person.
I mean,
and that makes it that
that's what we were talking about earlier with
on top of other people when they're not as good. It's not even for you, but for everybody in your division, you're fucking up the whole competition. The pH balance of the competition is off.
But they can't just replace her with another B-boy.
I understand what you're saying. So she fell through the cracks.
So if she doesn't go, which is what you're saying should.
That's what I'm saying. The reason why I wanted to watch it, I didn't even watch it like fully. I think like skipped through like little tiny like 1 second, 2 second parts. I didn't even watch this before, but what they said, like I heard like the beginning of it, and then I like kind of skipped around, and I was like, these guys at least sound like they know what the fuck they're talking about.
They would have just had a B-boy missing, and then people would have got a free win. Is that better? You get what I'm trying to say?
Nah, that's what you're saying.
I don't disagree with you that she should not have been there. We agree.
Yeah.
But it's not on the competitor who won the regional tournament to not go to the finals. To me, that's just not the answer. And that's not a competitive spirit. And I know plenty of athletes who go up. I get what you're saying, that she's not up to snuff and she's not part of the division. But that doesn't change the fact that you see beatdowns all the time that are really disgusting. And also on the point of she didn't get a single point. She wasn't the only one. There was a few B-boys and B-girls who got smashed. 36 points to 0. That was a common thread. So...
yeah, now, when we go back to that, He's not wrong. There are a couple battles where it was literally 0. Like, B-boys and B-girls did not gain a certain point in the entire battle, right? But I think talking from a competition, like the whole, like out of, like maybe there was a battle or two that a B-boy or B-girl didn't have, like, 0 points. But Raygun literally, in all of her battles, didn't score a single point. At least some of the other B-boys or B-girls got a point here and there, like, at least in, like, one of their battles out of them all. I think Raygun literally just didn't score a single point.
So, again, I'm with you, she didn't belong there. I just don't think saying she should not have gone and just abstaining after winning is, to me, that's...
Who organized the qualifier?
The one who organized a qualifier, I believe, was... she was part of a organization, her and her husband and some other people.
Who's her and her husband?
Raygun and her husband.
So she was part of the organization that...
One of them, few of them, yeah.
Nah, that's... I mean, this is where we kind of discussed earlier. She's not part of the organization. She's not part of the... I think this is just misinformation that's being spread around. Like, people were saying she was, like, the founder of the Australian Breaking Association when people dug research in, and she's not on the list at all. Unless she is, which I didn't find in any of the documents that were, like, shared about it. But people that were debunking this, like, they shared, like, documents of, like, the people who founded it or people that are still in part with it, and their names are just not on there. So it's just blatant bullshit.
I don't know. That sounds shady as fuck, but yeah.
Also, we debunked the husband or boyfriend being a judge. Wasn't a judge either.
Yeah, carry on.
Wait, why is that shady?
You're part of the organization that's gonna qualify you. Like, you're part of the organization. It's like hosting a battle and entering the battle. Folks. To me, that's always been a no. It's weird. I'm not gonna.
Now, if it does come out that somehow they are the organ, this was like the gist of it. Her and him are part of the organization that held this event, and I'll show you guys this petition. It's fucking wild. There's 28,000 people that, like, signed it too. Basically, they denied funds for other dancers to come out to this event, and so they couldn't get there on purpose so she could win. It's fucking
I'm gonna say that something's gonna happen with the judges.
It's like movie quality.
So whatever or not, it's fucking weird. The person that is paying you is also that shouldn't happen.
But see, I disagree with that too, and I'll tell you why I disagree with that.
Go ahead.
The dance community is not that big. The only people who are organizing dance-related events are people that we all know very well.
100%. That's what I was talking about earlier. Everybody knows everybody in the community. It's hard to not avoid. Yo, he's friends with him, bro. It's the same with judging. Yo, man, he's in the same crew. Yo, man, I just saw him at his fucking cousin's birthday party yesterday. Like, there's always going to be the community is big. It's not that big though. It's pretty small.
Yeah.
And what happens? There's 1 degree of separation, if not 0, meaning you're part of the same group of the people who are organizing it. You're very good friends with the people who are organizing it. You know them intimately. You've been growing up together for 15 years. The idea of bias is literally always there throughout the whole thing. And the only credence I'll give to her for why I don't question the judgment is they had 9 different judges who are veteran B-boys and B-girls from everywhere. Me, when I saw 9 judges, I just didn't care anymore.
It couldn't be 12 the judges. It's not because you cannot stop biases that you're just going to indulge in that. It doesn't work like that. But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Let's agree to disagree.
Whatever. Disagree. All in all, I think the real problem at this, I know everyone's focused on her. I think it is more of an organizational and Olympic system problem, not really her. But, I mean, listen.
That's what it is. It's the Olympic system and not her. I mean, yeah, she's not good, but... I mean, she didn't need to be there either, you know? She's literally a normal B-girl who you fucking see at a jam. Does she need to be at the Olympics? No, don't think so. That's where the issue is. It's not her, it's the fucking Olympics and how she got there.
Listen, she deserves a lot of the flack for her performance.
It's fun times for Breakin.
At the end of the day, you showed up, you represent your country, you did a poor job, people are going to flame you, and I think they're entitled to that. That's a fact.
Everybody that did a poor job has been flamed. People are calling bullying.
No.
Seems like she was scapegoat for the hostility Breaking was getting at the dance sport. Getting dance sport and the media was ready to fuel that fire. Yeah, 100%. I mean, the media was ready for it fucking no matter what. Everybody just struck gold when she entered. They talk about ray guns right now on ESPN. Man, everyone's breaking expert nowadays. I know, that's what it is. Oh, that's why I came on and like started talking about like people just, I don't know, just giving misinformation out. Like why? I get it. Like, it's like the way to like, it's viral right now. It's like easy to talk about it, but a lot of people are just fucking idiots. Didn't realize she had a 0 score, but her group stage was Nika, Sissy, and Logistics. So yeah.
I mean, if you suck, people are gonna be like, "Yo."
Can I give you an example? The men's relay for USA. Whoo! Them boys got flamed. I saw motherfuckers win and get flamed. Noah Niles?
Yes.
He got bronze and he got flamed.
Yes.
He deserved it too. Talking about I got COVID, partying 2 days later. Boy, shut your ass up. Shut your ass up. Nobody want to hear that shit. But people get flamed. I don't care. I feel like people being super soft on her because she's a girl. No. She doesn't deserve all the flame. Some of it's been pretty ridiculous.
Yes.
But
Nah, I think people that are not... Stalky, thanks for the follow, dude. Appreciate it. I think people that are not part of Breaking can listen to the stream. It's good for people because they don't really... I mean, they probably are getting misinformation, so yeah, stay around.
She deserves criticism for being whack.
If you don't have nothing nice, no.
Yeah.
Dom, check out today's show with Victor. Wait, what? What do you mean? Is it just him on there talking about his journey to the Olympics?
No, I'll say it.
I do think it is a shame.
I know Victor's journey to the Olympics.
Because there were so many other good girls, B-girls out there who did their thing. They went.
Also, I can't check it out because... What are you, trying to get me fucking striked? Yeah, this employ you in here for a reason? Trying to get me off?
They performed really well, hyper entertaining, but this is kind of taking over the conversation. Even the men's category. Listen, Phil Wizard, that's the kid I used to watch when he was a teenager out in Vancouver. Dude was amazing back then. And to watch him win a gold medal, for me, it was like super cool to watch from afar.
You know what's crazy? I judged an event in Canada in probably like 2016. And I was with 2 other judges, and Phil was competing there, and you know we have to choose our like top 16, and I was like, oh, Phil, like, because I knew Phil from a little bit before that, so when I went there, I was like, yo, this kid's getting like so much better. I put him in my top 16, and then I was like, all right, I got Phil Wizard, and both the other judges were like, nah. I was like, yo, what? I don't know the reasoning. I don't know if there was beef or something with it, but yeah, they weren't about Phil.
Yeah. So I'm very happy for him. Very proud of like
perfect time to educate.
how he represented, how he's handled
about
interviews.
Breaking, but
very
not
professional.
About rhythmic gymnastics or horse
but
riding.
The performances
were
amazing. Go watch some of the b-boy battles. They are incredibly entertaining. So when I hear people say goofy ass shit like, "Oh, Breaking doesn't belong at the Olympics," you guys got dudes standing there and shooting guns. What are we talking about? You got skateboard, you got BMX, you got all kinds of stuff that I've never really thought of as a sport. But then you think breaking, one of the most athletic professions that you can really engage in, is not a sport? That's crazy to me. Even gymnastics involves a lot of dancing. It's part of how you're scored. But somehow the idea of men dancing and doing athletic movements that gymnastics take and then they use in their own routines, you guys think that doesn't belong.
Which, to be fair, they were trying to take the air flare. Did they add that in? Did gymnastics start adding the air flare in? Or was that just like footage?
Anyone who says breaking doesn't belong, y'all lost me when you guys don't have that same energy for half of the other sports. I've seen ribbons and with balls and shit and girls just rolling around. Take figure skating. There's so many of these kinds of sports that involve a lot of dancing and rhythm and performance. But this one also involves one of the highest forms of athleticism. So I definitely think it has a place. I hope it does come back. I know for 2028, it's probably not going to happen. I'm pretty sure they confirmed it. But for 2032, it might. And I hope it does because I think it was really exciting. And for the people who watched it, I saw a lot of people really excited. So that's what
I'm just happy that my Haitians were represented.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Joffrey from United States. Yeah. And then there was Danny Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny Dan. J'ai vu le tattoo là, ici, là. I saw that.
Yeah, you see it? I like Danny Dan. I've been watching
he had the island right. Shout out to Danny. But, yeah, there's a lot of girls that did good. A lot of people that did a wonderful job. Seriously. Yeah. Good job to everybody. Except Raygun. And I'm a Moroccan door.
Shit, dude.
Y'all did your best the same way that I could do an open heart surgery to my best and still kill someone.
Yeah. Also, there's more fake news about her article or her thesis being some kind of like appropriation thing. I was reading through it. It wasn't what people were making out to be. There was a lot of fake news surrounding this whole thing.
Yes.
So I just wanted to clear up that there's a lot of misinformation about it. But if you guys want, below, I'll put up the link to the description so you guys can go see some of the battles she did to qualify. But yeah, I think that pretty much kind of covered. Anything else you want to say?
No.
Okay, I think we got all of that. Boom.
Cool.
That's what you guys think of the
Yeah, so that was that video. I figured I heard a little bit of that, and they're like at least the most they sounded like they knew what they were talking about the most out of like any other fucking podcast that I was listening to. So I think they added it, but for the amount of points you get, yeah, it's worth the risk of misunderstanding. Yeah, short revealing stuff they wouldn't get hate. Olympic watchers are often pervs. Are they? But yeah. Oh, goofball, did you message me? Goofball, what'd you send me? Now that Breakin's everybody's done. Oh. Secondly, I get it. Most people. I guess I can bring this up. I would like to read this, so I'll bring this up. We can all read this together because I don't know what it says. Facebook. Somebody said Phil became the new face for hip hop in Canada because Drake dropped the ball. All right, who's this? Dujon. There he is. Wait, are we friends? We're not friends. Alright, where is this at? Oh, here it is, okay. See more. Can I, like, expand this shit? Sorry, I'm trying to get this big on screen so we can all read it together. Enter full screen. That's not gonna work. Come on, bro. All I want to do is just read this. Just go read comments under beach volleyball where the girls wear a skirt. Yeah, I mean, that is kind of true. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody will start to dance like Phil. Probably. We're probably gonna see a big, like, jump in, like, people kind of dancing like Phil. Okay, I gotta find out a better way to turn on notifications, download. Oh, I can just do it from here. Dude, this is long. I don't know if I want to read all this. Holy shit. Whoa. Okay. Fuck it. Let's move this. I guess we can do this. Alright. That would be funny if the interview, Phil, did you win because Drake dropped the ball? Now that Breakin at the Paris Olympics 2024 is done, everybody at Breakin is expert. Here are some FAQs touching on the topics right now from Down Under perspective. Firstly, as a co-lead for our New Zealand team with 25 years in breaking scene, I'd rather address these topics head on than to leave it to people outside of our dance community who have no knowledge of breaking or have no knowledge on the Olympic process. Oceania selection, breaking technicalities. I've read some wild, and misunderstandings. Okay, blah blah blah. Second, I get most people in the public know nothing about breaking, so it's easier for, artistry displayed to global audience. 2 days of dancers, blah, 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 at the end of the day. Okay, breaking is not a sport. Guys, I don't care about this subject. We are a dance and a sport. No, I would say we're more of a dance than we are a sport. How did Raygun get into the Olympics? In the Olympics 23, champs took place. Sydney, Australia. This was a continental qualifier. Which gave male and female winners direct qualifications to Paris. There was a call out a few months prior. You register, then compete. You needed to throw down a strong round on the day to make it through prelims. In the progress to one-on-one battles, Raygun made it through prelims and successfully beat all the other B-girls in several battles for the top spot. There's no selection bias from the Aussie or inside special treatment, as suggested by some of the public, because the battles are strictly skill-based. Decisions make product also strict 9 international judges. They're saying basically it's done by the judging system, and it was done fairly. Sorry, let me read what you guys are saying. B-boy lifting, rewatching Phil's move list. No, that's horrible. Yeah, the post was highly informational. Dope that the guy I told you about. Lots of debunks in it. Victor was also in the morning. Hi. Victor was also on Sway in the morning. Cool. I think Crumbs was on Sway in the morning too, right? A little bit ago. Another stupid theory I've heard multiple times is her and her husband in the judging panel. Oh, so this guy's also debunking a bunch of shit. Cool. That puts a lot to rest. Yeah, the theories, yeah, they're not. We already went through that earlier today. She beat Enzers in the Oceania Champs. Yep, we took a team from New Zealand to the Oceania Champs, which was mostly male. We happened to be there in New Zealand. Top-ranking New Zealand B-girl withdrew from the competition, so we scrambled to backfill the position. We had 2 of our B-girls who literally just babies. Oh, okay, that's fine. Public seems to think because we have an outstanding record in hip-hop dance on the global stage that this equates to breaking. There are different dance forms. Yeah, okay. It's hip-hop and dance. Yeah, I get it. Skill level lower than the rest of the world. Breaking participation is low. That's obviously, yeah, why is skill level low? White privilege, cultural appreciation. Guys, I'm not touching this subject. This is like... Seems Raygun was a scapegoat for a range of conflicting issues. I can only assume under this theory that there are middle-class dancers. Okay, yeah, just... skills. As for actual performance at the Olympics, it may not have been a strong performance compared to the rest of the other dancers, but that is what to be expected for a region-based. Yeah, so he's saying basically, this is our region, this is what it's supposed to be. As a solution, other reputable b-boys suggest a global benchmark score should be implemented. That's exactly what we're all talking about as well. So, I think everybody's on the same level, you know? I think we realize, but I think it's too late and the ball is dropped already. That's the thing. More importantly, should the kangaroo be used for a burn? And okay, so here's my issue with that bullshit. So now that everybody's fucking going around sharing the memes and we're fucking laughing about it, next time you go to, I don't know, outdoors to go to a park to session, or like, I don't know, the Breakin event's going on, it's like an outdoor event included with like normal life people, you fucking bet your ass there are people jumping in that circle doing the kangaroo. Why? Well, we made it funny and we made it look like it's acceptable and it's a funny thing in the Breakin community now, so fucking anybody's gonna do it to join in with us. And I don't know, I know for a fact y'all can say, no man, it's funny if somebody does the kangaroo. You're gonna be mad as shit when somebody comes in, some random white dude on the street dress up in a suit starts doing the kangaroo in your circle and you're like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Obviously he's making a mockery out of Breakin. So that's why, you know, I kind of talk about how can you have a global benchmark score judging is comparative on real scoring. Yeah, technically it's not scoring from what I'm... Dude, judging system, I've had enough of that too. I've been through it. Don't even want to like get into that, or even if I talk on it, no matter what I say, I feel like I'm wrong, apparently. Like anything I say is wrong. Anything that anybody else says is wrong unless it's coming from the actual sources themselves. And I'm not... You want to see how long? I'll show you this. This is cool. Let's do this. I think I showed this on the stream the other day. Gujo. Let's see. Furthers not included in the 20. Oh my god. He made a post about this shit too. Olympic judging. See. Judging system. Alright. This is what I'm like. And I read this too. Apparently I still don't understand what it is. So Olympic judging, right? This is the explanation of it, right? So I read all this, and I apparently still don't fully understand what's going on with it. I mean, apparently most b-boys and b-girls don't understand what's technically going on. And if you say it's a score, it's not a score. I'm saying that right now. I've used it plenty of times, and I keep getting called out for saying it's a score when it's obviously not a score. Well, not obviously, but to them it's obvious that it's not a score. So I didn't think the Aussie fit was that bad. I mean, to be honest, I don't think it was that bad either. I just think that combined with the kangaroo and stuff, it just kind of put the... I don't know. Maybe if she was like fresh and like dope, the fit would have been a little bit better. I think because of the kangaroo hops, it kind of like put it into like a different category for me. Time to call out casuals in Cypher Battle. Yeah, I mean that's what's gonna happen. These people wouldn't have the guts in front of actual b-boys and b-girls. No, there's definitely gonna be listen, if you're at like a bar or something, you know, like, you know how like cyphers or some events are at like a bar event now, and like, you know, they have like drinking on the side while like the jam's going on. Like, them events are like super chill. People are gonna get drunk. People are gonna think it's funny. People are gonna do the kangaroo. People are gonna do that stupid little move on the floor, and it is what it is. We've done it to ourselves. Dynamite, what up, yo? Yeah, also what I was saying, like, about the... I made a post the other day, you know, about, like, the hypocrisy and, like, breaking and everything, and, like, I think people are, like, kind of, like, it's going over their heads when I was talking about it, because I just had a fucking comment about it today, too. I'm, like, people are saying, like, you know, oh, if you see this shit at normal jams, like, it's because it's on, like, the Olympic stage, like, it shouldn't be there. Like, I never once said moves like that should be on fucking the Olympic stage. I highly agree with you, they should not be on the Olympic stage. My issue is, I go to jams and I see people giving props to, like, moves, fucking worse moves than that. I go to jams. Now, the hypocrisy is, I see some of them moves, literally, okay, maybe not the kangaroo, but that little, like, floor shimmy shake thing, and, like, where she's, like, tapping from side to side, like, that move I've 1000% have seen, and I've fucking seen people give props to it, you know, depending on the b-boy that's using it. I'm saying, I've seen people give props to almost exactly that same move, but when this shit comes up in, like, the Olympics, because everybody wants a dogpile on it, they're gonna sit there and talk shit, run scared, and be like, no, that's whack. Like, no. Fucking, I know some of you people give props to, like, dumb bullshit like that. Like I said, there's a difference between doing something original and dope, doing something original and not dope. The reason why originality is held to a standard with something like power moves that's so hard is it's hard to make something original and dope. You know, it's easy to make something original, but is it going to be dope? No. The hard part is making it dope, which is why the original aspect of breaking is held to the same aspect of doing power moves. That's the issue. Like, it's people need to have an understanding of what being original is in breaking. You can be original. You can be fucking as weird as you want, but to make it look dope, that's the hard part, and that's where it gets kind of like on the same level of breaking that is somebody doing power moves. And I think you need an understanding of that, you know? Sorry to keep going back to this, but doing kangaroo hops is not dope. Like, it's just not dope. I don't, you know, maybe it's original that you're doing it in your tops, but you're literally just doing kangaroo hops. Like, you're not making it into breaking at all. You're just doing kangaroo hops, which, like, people can easily go and just make fun of on the side, you know? So it's a combination of, like, culture mixed with people on the outside not understanding, like, originality, but, like, also that culture not being up to standard of where it should have been. Not culture, but tier-wise, skill-wise of being up to standard of where the fuck it should have been. That's just literally what it comes down to. So people can, like, hate on Raygun and anything, but if she was never in the Olympics and you just saw her on the side, you would have probably been like, yeah, she's alright, she's good B-girl. But because she made the Olympics, everybody's just dogpiling, you know? It's just all it is. I don't know how they would have reacted to Bruce Almighty. That is true. I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. Fucking, I don't know. I just think the scene is filled with a lot of hypocrites. I think it's filled with a lot of, like, weirdos that are more fucking worried about how breakdancing looks than people fucking, I don't know. I'm kind of like, I think I'm just exhausted over the past, like, especially a couple of years that, like, trying to stick up for the community. I'm trying to, like, you know, and I don't hold my tongue at all. Like, I'm not somebody to sit here and, like, just fake being nice because, hey, it's the right thing to do. We got to be positive. Like, hey, I'll be real. If somebody sucks, like, I'm going to fucking say it. I'm not going to hold back on it. At the same time, like, you know, I have my lines of, like, where I got to draw. I'm going to make a return so I can be part of more memes now. Shut the fuck up, Dynamite. I try to find an example of certain people being the weakest in basketball or skateboarding or any sport getting meme. Yeah. I tried to find an example of certain. Yeah, I don't know. I think I will say though, like at the end of the day, all eyes are on Breaking right now. Like I know that's on Raygun, but also like if people are getting into Raygun, they're gonna also look at the community and what people are saying. So if you are like somebody on a platform or something, like just watch what you fucking say and like watch the way that you look or like you make the community look, because there's just a lot of people like that are gonna be digging. And I'll be honest, dude. Yo, if they dig deep into Breaking, they're going to find a lot of fucked up shit. They're going to find a lot of, like, you know, people being canceled and, you know, being allowed back into the community, which I'm also seeing right now. Like, it's very wild community. And I'm not saying, like, Breaking has always been this polished, like, shine, amazing, white-gloved community. Nobody has ever done anything bad. But, I'm not saying, like, I don't know. I don't want to get into it. Italian boxer taps out under 45 seconds and gets praise. Really? Yo, I also saw mountain climbing. Somebody with mountain climbing. Somebody went and represented and like only took like, they could only take like one step on the like, not mountain climbing, like rock climbing. They took like one step on the boulder and like they stopped because they couldn't do it. Just noticed the notification. Resume. I don't know how long I'm gonna. I mean, I've already been on here for an hour and a half. I'm probably gonna like post up parts of this like on my Instagram later or something. So if you missed anything, I'll probably post up about it. Or I mean, this is gonna go live up anyway, so you can always rewatch it. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of done saying as a community because I just don't feel like everybody's on the same page. If you're a breaker, just watch what you're saying right now because everybody's going to be looking at you. That's about it. Don't try not to make the scene look any more of a joke as it is right now. Because it like, let's all be honest. Like, we can be completely honest. Like, people have done amazing shit. And at this moment right now, everybody's talking about a dancer being a joke. Like, it's a joke right now, right? That's all it is. You know, one thing that's stuck in my head, like, with Breaking, like, growing up is, like, you know, people looked at Breaking as, like, kind of like this joke dance, right? The fucking image in my head was always, you know the meme of Homer Simpson just doing the fucking Homer Simpson, you know, the Homer Simpson on the floor just spinning in a circle? That was always in my head. When I think people think about breakdancing, they usually think, if they're going to think of it being goofy, they think about, like, the Homer Simpson or something, or, like, your drunk uncle, like, dancing on the floor. That's what I was thinking, right? And I was like, okay, it's coming to the Olympics. We have, like, a fucking opportunity to show, like, how fucking dope we are. They're going to see all these fucking people. And then what gets highlighted is literally almost the Homer Simpson. And people being so easily able to be like, yeah, Breaking it is what it is. If it didn't stagger where we're at right now as it being kind of a joke, it took us back farther. I feel like I know people are saying like, hey, like it's giving the spotlight to Breaking and it could be good. With where it's at right now, all I'm hearing is joke. You know, I see the only people I really see pushing like positive shit and like, you know, the other parts of the Olympics with like the other b-boys are the dancers themselves. I don't see the public really pushing it. Yeah, it's here and there, but compared to like, if I had to compare like the actual Breaking in the Olympics versus Raygun is fucking miles ahead of like what's being pushed out, which kind of sucks for breakers. Like, it's, you know, it is what it is. Olympics level haters is real, win or lose. Yeah, I mean, most positive thing about this all is something literally from the street made it to the Olympic stage, which is true. And I think also Ken Swift like talked about this like a long time ago, and he said, you know, he never saw Breaking as being a stage like breaking was not meant for the stage, right? Like that's, I don't know the exact quote he said, but I know he talked about like breaking is just not something for the stage, right? And that also might be a weird way of, you know, a weird way of why he wasn't part of the Olympics. I don't know if there's I don't want to get in detail about it because I don't know anything. I just know he didn't like really have like, you know, that great of words to say about the Olympics, especially like judging wise. Most positive thing in my opinion to me, a bunch of homies got mad motivated to start dancing again. See, that's good. That's good motivation. I'm optimistic about the future of breaking. I guess so. You know, I'm at a point right now where I don't know. It could go either way. You know, I'm basically where I'm at before the Olympics, except right now I feel like it's more of a joke. I think it was either going to go in one direction or another, and I think it's kind of going in the one direction I was more so assuming. I didn't think it was going to be this, though. Like, what fucking timeline are we living in to... Who would have fucking ever guessed that a day, like, the main topic of the Olympics would have been an Australian B-girl doing the kangaroo and everybody talking about it, right? Like, leading up to the 4 years of lead up to this, and everybody's like, yo, man, fucking, we're gonna make it. We're doing it. Sponsorships. People are really good. People were talking shit on breaking, like, oh, this is like from the 80s. This is just a funny dance. Everyone being like, nah. Hell nah. You wait until you see. It's been the most, like, the Youth Olympics, the most filled shit ever. And then who would have thought one person would have put that on breaking, you know? I'm not blaming her. I'm blaming more so the process of her getting to the Olympics. Also, I don't think you needed to do, like, the kangaroo or anything. I'll say that, personally. I'm not trying to dogpile, but just being honest. Anytime you have judges and brackets, and what is it then? Huh? I mean, is it still in the Youth Olympics? I don't know. It's a possibility it could be still in the Youth Olympics. Dude, I was saying that before the Olympics about the level of exposure, but it went bananas. Now, I'm on every Facebook Raygun post. Dude, I know. I'm the same way. I mean, I think where I'm at right now, everybody stopped talking to me about it at work. I only had a couple people actually talk to me about it at work. To be honest, like, my mom and my brother, like, brought it up as soon as I went over for a family dinner, like, hey, man, what about that fucking kangaroo girl? And I'm like, shit, man. And then I go to work, and, you know, somebody came up to me and be like, what would you do if I did some kangaroo hops in front of you? And I was like, fuck, dude, like... I'm just, at this point, it's just it's like, you know how like somebody keeps sharing like a breakdance meme with you like every so often? It's that times 100 right now on my fucking DMs. Like, I mean, it's died down definitely since like the second day, but like where I'm at right now with it, I mean, what it was before was fucking wild. Anytime you have, yeah, it's never ending conversations. I'm just tired of seeing the media-core white women's face all over my timeline. Yeah, I mean that, like, if you go on Twitter, dude, it's just, it's a bunch of nobodies that have no idea and they're just sharing it. Do I blame them? Not really. I mean, yo, if I wasn't involved in something, a sport, and somebody was making a meme out of like, I don't know, maybe something funny happened to like a skateboarder or something, and they made a meme out of it, yeah, I'd fucking laugh at it. I might even fucking share it. The issue I had with it is your own community. I just think people don't have to think the same thing. I just think doing nothing but spreading the joke around, and it's just making the community look like a joke. I know people could say like it's not making it look like a joke. To me, people don't give a fuck what you look like dancing. Like, if you share the meme and you're like, this girl's whack, they don't give a fuck what you look like dancing. They want to share that meme because it's funny. So, like, you can try to say, like, I'm cool, this girl sucks, but there's that meme is still, they're not sharing you. They're not being like, this is my friend, this is what real breaking looks like. Nah, they're sharing Raygun, which is why it's doing more harm than it is good. Now, I mean, as far as getting a light shined on breaking, yeah, maybe people will dig back into it and dig deeper and see how cool breaking really is. I just think, personally, if I was to share that out, more people are going to reshare that meme versus going into my Instagram profile and looking at my videos of me breaking and being like, whoa, this guy's good. Let me reshare him instead. It's not fucking happening. Let's be honest. White women's face all over my timeline. God. Anyways, I think that's it for me for today. I appreciate you guys for being here. I gotta go to work soon. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably, I don't know, there's a shit ton of people on right now, so I guess I can, like, start streaming at this time again. Because I'm trying to figure out, because my work schedule is all fucking different now compared to what it used to be. But I think, like, schedule-wise, I'm gonna start doing it, like, I mean, I have so much free time, like, in the earlier day, so I might just do, like, a noon stream on, like, I don't know, like, maybe once, twice a week, kind of just talk and kind of chill. I just got on. See you next time, bro. Yeah. No, sorry. Yeah, I've been on for like an hour and a half so far, and I got work in a little bit. But when it comes down to like setting a schedule, like I'll probably post a schedule up and get back to the reason why I took a break for the past like month. I think I took off. I got struck with a copyright because I posted some. I don't know if it was something from the Olympics or it was something else, like some other breaking thing that was streaming, but they booted me off. I was fucking off for a week, and then I just took a break from it. But since I'm allowed to stream again, I'll probably be back. I'll probably do like 1-2 times streams a week. We'll see how that fucking goes. But it'll probably be around this time. So if you guys are on now, make it easier for you guys. I do appreciate you guys. If you aren't following, follow away. You just gotta click a little button. Other than that, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for chilling.